Welcome to Greggles TV Daily. Hope you're having a fantastic day. The Galaxy Z Fold 6 versus the Vivo X Fold 3. Now, this is the Vivo X Fold 3 in real life next to a Fold 5. Now, this phone has an 8-inch screen. The Fold 5 has a 7.6-inch display. But what is it going to look next to the Galaxy Z Fold 6? Because if you remember, the Z Fold 6 has a new aspect ratio in terms of it's going around the edges. It's going to be squared off. So it actually looks like a kind of, I wouldn't say mini, but a smaller version of the Vivo X Fold 3. The tweet from Ice Universe says the following. It says that since the two have similar external contours, I compared the internal screens of the Fold 6 and the X Fold 3 based on real data. Basically, Fold 6 is a scaled down version of the Fold 3 with a screen ratio of 8:7. Some other stuff to keep in mind with the Vivo X Fold 3 is it's not out in America. I don't even think it's international. It's just in China, if I'm not mistaken. So you can import it. It's pretty easy to import it from some import sites, and I'll link one down below if you want to buy it. But you know, this phone is just, you can see it does look like a lot bigger in some ways than the Fold 6. You can see 8.03 versus 7.6 on the Fold 6. The dimensions at the top, 142.7 versus 132.6, which is a whole 10 millimeters bigger. The height is 7.5 millimeters taller than the Fold 6, and then that aspect ratio, again, pretty close, 8:7.1 versus 8:6.9. And you have to have them in hand real life to really decide which one you would ultimately want. I do think that the Fold 6 looks better with the under display camera. Like when you just look at these, it looks better. That big dot on the top right of the Fold 3, I don't know, not my favorite thing to look at. And the camera is better than the Fold 6, so you're getting that, but at the expense of the way that it looks. I think at this point I'd probably be okay with it being underneath, unless they had on the top of the bezel like the Pixel did. But interesting to see Samsung taking some design language from the Vivo X Fold 3 with the squared off edges. Again, just a slightly smaller design, and it's weird too at the same time. You would think that when you think back to like controllers and stuff from the Xbox, I think it was the first Xbox? I think it was the first Xbox. They had this big giant controller for Americans, and then when they released it in Japan, they came out with a smaller controller, and then the smaller controller came out everywhere, whereas China has this big, massive, huge phone, and then Samsung's putting out not a tiny phone, don't get me wrong, it's not tiny at all, but a smaller phone. And you know, it must go into some thought of what people actually want and know what they want. You know, as much as I say I always want the bigger phone, and I want a bigger display on the outside and on the inside, and I want this and I want that, maybe at the end of the day, most people don't want that, and they're very satisfied with what we got. Not to say I'm not satisfied with the display of the inside for the Fold 6. I think it actually is a really great size, but at the same time, man, it'd be kind of cool walking away with 8 inches like the Fold 3 does. And then, you know, that Pixel 9 Pro Fold is also supposed to be about 8 inches. So we'll keep our eyes peeled on this. Which of these two phones do you like the best? Let us know in the comments down below. Have a great day. We'll see you down the road. Peace.